Dear friend, welcome to Tarot Class. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I hope you glean something from this reading today that helps you in your everyday life and on the various paths that you take on your journey. So before we begin, let's just see what the energy of today's reading is all about. Okay, water, surrender. And we know that water is all about our emotions and going with the flow. And sometimes it also means taking the path of least resistance. So surrender is our energy for today. This is the base of our reading. So first off, let's take a look at what's going on in our lives right now that may or may not involve surrendering, taking the path of least resistance, allowing our emotions to come up to the surface, not burying them deep down inside, and avoiding to face them. So let's see what is going on here. All right. So, Three of Cups is all about water, totally. Is having fun and being with friends, celebrating, having a good time, letting those emotions flow, laughter. Then we have the Five of Swords reversed. So in order to get to this place where we are now experiencing some laughter and some good times, this may have meant compromise. And okay, we also have the Fool. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Finality, differences, divorce, breakup, not looking back, time, needing time, now is not the time, time will bring, and unexpected changes. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on here. So we may have had to compromise in order to find that space where we could enjoy and have some laughter. Something was interfering with a new path or a new journey, so something has come to an end, so something else can get started with the wheels turning to start something new. So now is the time for that to happen. Okay, so finality, I'm thinking, has to do with the ending of that need to win, to be right all the time. There may have been differences, and there may have been a time, like the Five of Swords. If it's upright, the Five of Swords is pointing to wanting to win at all cost. And this Swords is a communication, is an air sign. It's how you verbalize or communicate with others. So you may have finally learned that differences are not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, differences can be very good. They teach you a different personalities, new ways of looking at things. So rather than them being something bad or something to fight against, it's something to learn about. So it looks like you've put down that sword where you always have to be right, and picked up a little bit more of the surrender energy, so that new friends or revisiting old friends can come back into your life or come into your life. And that could be what was interrupting the Zero card, which is the Fool, the start of something new. So now that finally you're not fighting the differences, but you've taken the time to learn to blend the differences, and you've given that Wheel of Fortune the circles, instead of going around and around and around in the same circle, you've given a new circle to a chance to come into your life. Now let's see what else was influencing this change, to make this change happen. Okay, Sun. So the optimism, you didn't give up. The optimism is there. This is called Sawelo, the sun, the strength, the energy, the health, the success. So you're in a spot right now, while you're nudging that Wheel of Fortune to move forward by taking action and time to try something new, and maybe not be so judgmental of other people, and accept their personalities just the way they are. And part of the reason that you have taken this step is Taurus. Let me see if you can see that. You've adopted more of a Taurus type of attitude, or the Taurus symbol. The ruler of Taurus is Venus, and this is an earth sign. Pardon me. So you have embraced the possibility of taking new risks, the ability to be strong, even though you may have been fighting, the differences in the past. You've now taken those differences and you've overcome some kind of rigidity or maybe stubbornness that Taurus may embody, and you've transformed that into that beautiful Three of Cups, that beautiful emotion where you're letting things flow in now. And you're on the preface of starting a new part of your journey, because you did give this wheel a nudge. So now you're not stuck. It's like you're not spinning your wheels in the mud, doing the same thing over and over and over again. You gave that Wheel of Fortune a nudge and the optimism of the sun, so that you could allow now the water or the emotional side of things to come into your life. So let's see what's coming up next for you as you enter this part of your life. Okay, so we have the Sun reversed and the Five of Wands. Look at that. We've got two very similar cards here. Okay, and with that we have another Sun. Oh my goodness, and the Devil reversed. Okay, this is excellent. This is very good. Okay, and with that we have let's see here, the Call, and triggers. Okay. Okay, so something is, so you've got two sun signs right here. This is the sun, card number 19, this is the sun. Okay, so you're bringing the sun into your life. Okay, so what you've done is you have taken a look now at what triggers your desire to kind of fight. What triggers, this is what's coming up for you in the very near future. Now that you are entering this new path with the Fool, and you're starting to recognize, like the 5 cards are all about challenges. So here you are challenged. That's a 5 of Swords. What's coming up now is the 5 of Wands and triggers. What triggers that desire within you to want to place your energy in a position where you might want to just fight things all the time, to fight your energies. So you're starting to recognize where to place your energy, because you're finding that balance with the sun. You've got the sun. The sun is always a good card. Always, always, always. Whether it is reversed or upright. So you're finding that balance of where to place your passions. Where, you know, the wands are all about the fire that's within you, and the triggers, flashbacks, trauma, inner child wounds, attracting toxic energies. So if in the past, like, you're learning how to control how you verbalize your triggers or what's causing you to react, and now you're controlling that fire within you. So you've got that real Mars energy with the sun, and as you're going through this phase here, which is coming up very soon, the Devil reversed indicates that you are actually going to be able to control those triggers and to make sure that they don't cause you to act in a way that you will regret. Okay, so let's see what Ruin comes up with that, and what aspect of the universe could be triggering us here. Okay, so this is Dagaz, and this is like a new day, a dawning, or a breakthrough of awareness. That is perfect. That is exactly where you are at. And we have the 8th house. Okay, so the 8th house is all about confronting personal limitations and fears, embracing vulnerability and intimacy. So your focus here is on reconstruction. The 8th house is ruled by Pluto, which is the planet of transformation. So what you're coming up to as you enter this new stage, this new part of your path with the Fool, and you're arranging your time to now look at yourself in the mirror and see what those triggers are, and balancing out that vibrant energy that you have inside of you that is really, really beautiful. Like, your solar plexus is is on fire, is activated, you have got a lot of self-confidence. And that sometimes scares other people. And sometimes part of what creates your reaction is the triggers from the past, which we can go back now to the energy of this reading, water and surrender. So as you look at these triggers and you work them through, not push them down, integrate them, work through them, allow them to come to the surface, and then you can look at yourself in the mirror and see what reflection is coming back to you, so that you can control those triggers on the outside so that they don't scare other people. Okay, so let's see what's coming up in the more distant future. This middle pile is the near future. So let's see what's coming up after that. So let's just get some cards out here and take a look at what's coming up for us here. So we have the Ace of Cups, oh my goodness, and the King of Cups. We have the Three of Cups, which we had back here, and we have the Nine of Cups, which is known as the Wish card. We have fired up, fuming with rage, overwhelming, explosion of emotions, and very angry. And then we also have love, unconditional compassion, genuine union. Okay, so we're still going to be fighting to find that balance between the fired up energy and the love energy. That's what's coming in the distant future. And what we may try to wish for is to find that new, or the Ace of Cups. We wish for that new love, that new spark of emotion, so that we can take that Three of Cups again and embrace the King of Cups. Wow, that is nice. Okay, so we are on a mission, and this all goes right to the water. Exactly. And okay, North Node, that is our destiny. That is part of our destiny. That's part of our contract, our soul's goal for what's coming up. And with that, we have Fehu, which is all about money, wealth, luck, and abundance. So things that are of value to you. Luck, abundance, so you're going to be abundant in love, in emotions, in unconditional love, in finding that union either with another person or with yourself. Finding the love for the fire that is within you. Taking that love and that fire and combining it into this beautiful wish to bring more love and compassion and caring and the flowing nature of water into your life. This is the flow of where you're going in the more distant future, and actually learning how to control those emotions so that you can let them out in a way that creates love, not only just within yourself, but for everybody else around you. So this goes right back to what we said at the beginning. That is the energy of this reading, is the flow of water, the surrender to bring more love and water and compassion and joy into your life, answering that call to try and tame the fire or the triggers. Maybe not tame, maybe tame is the wrong word. Maybe redirect that fire and that energy into a place where you are in control, where you don't get fired up with your emotions, where you actually become that solid, grounded, emotionally balanced person as you go through these different aspects of your life. So that is a really, really beautiful goal. That's a beautiful way to embrace life, a beautiful way to handle the different things that are coming up. So in conclusion, we're going to take now the energy, the energy that we will embrace as we get towards the end of this cycle, or as we float through it with that passion of water. And what's going to happen as we float through this is the mirror. And the mirror is the reflection. And that's a number 2. So you are going to be in touch with your inner voice, your own high priestess. You are going to be able to look at yourself in that mirror and see where you might want to make adjustments along the way, where you can embrace yourself and love those around you, but stay very balanced, secure with your emotions, and fruitful with where you place your energies. So that is an absolutely beautiful flow of where you are now, what you're coming into, and how you will work your way through that cycle and then go back around to the next cycle. So the Wheel of Fortune is with you. You are answering the call that is being sent your way, and as you go with the flow and integrate your passions and your fires and your triggers, so that in the end you can look at yourself in the mirror and see what a beautiful, beautiful person, human being, soul, and energy that you are becoming, embodying, and emitting. So that is a beautiful reading for you for today and for what's coming in the near future. I hope you found this reading to be helpful and you were able to glean something for yourself that helps you and your path that you're on. So come back again soon, and I wish you a wonderful day. Bye for now.